she definitely probably knows how to like play with her competitors' minds.
Saw it as a game and just like went into this game and played it.
Yeah, I was too cocky when I passed her, I think. It really showed how competitive I was that I went from happy to like, what the hell?
De repente me veía a la cabeza, hostia, este es un tipo de carreras ideal para que me pase los calambres.
Which will be your strategy on the prologue?
Il est acquis à l'attaque. He took a wrong turn in the downhill. He didn't turn back.
Take the road?
Yes.
Runners already this season have been disqualified for going off course. The race officials decided that even though Rémi had gone slightly off course, it didn't fundamentally change the distance he'd run. It was only 30 meters distance, so it didn't impact the overall result.
So the race director decided to put him a 1 minute penalty for this mistake. Even if he ran longer, it should turn back to come back on the race.
The decision afterwards with 1 minute penalty, I think it was a good one, and for us it makes no difference.
They decide to put me 1 minute for that small mistake, and for me like it's fair because like I was not taking the trail of the race like for a short amount of time during the prologue.
How do you feel about the penalty? Do you want to say something?
Yeah, I think I am motivated to show that I am the best.
Hello and welcome to the Golden Trail World Series.
The world's best trail runners have all come to the final to find out who will be crowned the best trail runner on earth.
Je suis vraiment un peu stressé, j'ai beaucoup de pression.
I will try my best. God willing, podium side, I cannot miss.
El quinto puesto, igual no mantenerlo, sino intentar o mejorarlo o reventar.
For tomorrow, it depends on how the injury is. If it will be a little pain, then I will try to be in position top 3.
Yeah, for me it's good to win the overall circuit, but it's better if you win also the final, because like it's a shame like if you win the circuit but you finish like 10 at the final.
If I'm going to win the overall, I would like to actually win the final as well.
I will need to have an amazing race to be able to beat Sophia and to win this race. And I will be fighting to try to get this first place, of course.
Me da muchísima rabia no poder ir mañana y estar en la salida de meta diciendo todo depende de ti, puedo tirar a la mierda toda la temporada.
Yeah, I think she's the new superstar of the women's side.
The race is 26 kilometers, but unlike most trail races, it isn't one long up and one long downhill. There are 5 loops that go through the city, each one slightly different, offering technicality and speed so that all types of athletes are tested.
I wanted to have the best race as possible with a new format dedicated to the spectators.
I love the thoughts about going into a spectator area a few times a race.
I think this kind of athletes will be the ones that are the most explosive, because you cannot follow Rémi during 1 hour in uphill, but you can follow during 10 minutes. It will change the approach of the athletes, because they will push themselves to the limit, knowing that it's on a short time, and they will have time to recover to the next one. To me, it's the future.
The pressure is on him really because it's his to lose, whereas it's the others to win.
You know all the turns
Yeah.
today? No mistakes
Uh,
Rémi's coming in dressed for success, but today he's battling an entire continent, and that continent is fast.
Yes, we are looking forward very much because it's the Golden Trail Series, it's the final, and that's a chance for our athletes to show that they are strong, that they are able to compete with the best trail runners so far.
What's the strategy for today?
Today I go fast. I hope I don't have the problem. And I hope finish quickly.
We are in Il Golfo del Isola.
There's a possibility to be top 4. That's my dream.
I will be trying my best to push.
Yo voy a intentar mantener incluso el mismo pistón que ayer. No tengo nada que perder.
J'espère faire avec les top 3. C'est ça mon grand objectif de cette saison.
I want to finish well this season, so for me, finishing well means winning, so I will try my best.
Normally in races like this, you expect the finish to be strong and fast, but because of the course, they just kept on attacking each other. They were running at 21 kilometers per hour, 2/3 of the way through the race, knowing they're going to have to increase their pace if they wanted to win this. I've never seen this on the Golden Trail, something so fast from start to finish.
From the first kilometer, I was the one who was in front, controlling the pace, pushing hard.
La première boucle, il était vraiment la course très très rapide.
The first loop was ferocious. They actually started in paces they normally finish in.
And I saw that directly in the first loop that they were already pushing like quite hard. And then like I saw that they were like trying to always like making a bit more gas.
Philemon, he told me before the race that it's up to us to control the race from starting, and that's what he did.
This is our race leader. Philemon will be able to last the distance because this is a long race for him.
And so like at one point, like in a downhill, like they were like, just too fast for me. So I let them go.
Rémi is being dropped by that front three.
J'ai parlé avec Rémi, est-ce qu'il peut me suivre? J'ai vu qu'il est pas vraiment bien.
Maybe it was a mistake to let them go there, but I think I was not able to follow.
Rémi just couldn't keep up. Philemon pushed the pace, and he was just too fast.
Was to become position 2 and 3, and the overall result would have been the great target. If they continue like this, it can happen.
In 10 kilometers, I realized that I will be in top 3.
Patrick has overtaken Rémi.
He's currently 34 seconds off the leading pace, and
It may be sunny outside, but it's been raining for 3 days this week, and that means it's high humidity. Elhousine's Achilles heel. That caused him to crash out in Mont Blanc, Madeira, and El Hierro. Could it be 3 finals in a row?
Yeah, when I entered the third loop, like I tell to myself that they were already like 1 minute in front of me. So I thought to myself that everything is possible from now, and I try to push as hard as I can, like every uphills.
This is the position that Elhousine likes to be in. We don't know how Philemon will feel about this.
My target was to land the podium. That's why I managed to learn in front always.
Following Sierra's now, Elhousine returned to Morocco, and while he was there was a major earthquake which affected most of the country. He comes into races like this with a lot of pressure on his shoulder, not just to perform but financially.
J'ai des amis là-bas et ça fait mal le cœur, vraiment. J'ai vraiment beaucoup de pression, c'était beaucoup. الفينال يقصح بزاف، خصنتي النقاط، خص اتشر كل شيء ايدينا
ايوا الشارك كويس يطنين مر بنات الشارك ديال جرب ديال يعني يطنين ان شاء الله مر بنات تسيدي ديال النقاط يطنين ان شاء الله
ان شاء الله.
Elhousine was waiting on the downhill.
Alors c'est là que j'ai dit rallye Dakar.
Elhousine has made his move over Philemon. He looks strong, he looks fluid, he is doing everything right now.
Elhousine is in the lead.
I was trying my best to win the race again, and this time there were 3 rockets in front of me who were stronger than me.
The flying camel put 5 seconds into Philemon. The battle for 3rd and 4th is over.
In my head, I say that I have to fight.
I was no more energy, but I tell to myself, like, you have to give your best, and so I was pushing as hard as I can.
Look how close it is. There's only about 10 seconds between these two runners. So
he knows he's got it.
You are a champion. You are a hero.
Yeah, it's a bit a strange feeling because you didn't win the race, but you win the overall. So I don't really like it, if I am honest with you. The performance of the 3 guys in front of me were insane.
J'ai écrit un petit peu mon histoire et ça va rester toujours dans la mémoire.
How would you describe this race?
No adaptada para lo que yo entreno, ni dónde vivo, ni nada. O sea, es totalmente contrario a mí. Me he sentido pez fuera del agua. Me costó funcionar para arriba y sobre todo para abajo. En la general pierdo puestos, paso del 5º al, creo que me dijeron 8º, pero sin embargo iba corriendo y era feliz porque sabía que esta era la última que iba a hacer así posiblemente en mi vida.
Es muy difícil. Saber que es algo que no es fallo tuyo, que no es porque te has pasado de rosca o porque has hecho las cosas mal, sino que porque tu cuerpo no está bien.
Bueno, pero es que
y estar en buena forma y llegar aquí y por tener una carrera que era demasiado explosiva, joderme la final.
Bueno,
es que
pero
me jodí la final. O sea, para mis músculos fue un matador, entonces ahora mismo es que no tengo cuerpo para correr.
I don't have the energy to push.
Yeah. Following the prologue, Marlon spoke to some medical professionals and some physios to try and find out whether she can race tomorrow to her full ability. And sadly, they've all been saying no to her.
The problem is coming from your blood.
If she is able to take it calm and with lots of fun, I'm sure it helps her to take these cramps in a positive way.
Slow.
You don't have to.
Yeah, I have to.
No.
Yeah.
No. You know,
it's a reality.
Yeah, it's a reality, but you don't have to, like, if you're not running as
confident and chilled as possible, you will do great. You have not to prove anything.
Hoy le estaba dando muchas vueltas la cabeza por la noche y estaba recordando las similares situaciones que he vivido con esto y en todas he necesitado descanso. Descanso quiere decir días y no tengo días.
Today is the most important day of the season for our women, and psychologically it's going to be incredibly tough.
I maybe have a little bit more confidence, but I'm just as stressed.
I believe on her that she will be ready for the win.
I will need to have an amazing race to be able to beat Sophia and to win this race.
I'm really happy to see Judith coming back to her level. It's nice to be able to see her fighting for the win.
Both Sophia and Judith know that this battle is so close that if they make one small mistake, it could change the entire season. Judith came into this final with a leg injury from the prologue, and that would have been at the back of her mind. But she's so experienced that she knows how to manage her race.
I will feel it, for sure. I hope it will not affect my running style, and then everything is possible. It's a hard question if I will keep up with the first ones if they really push hard from the start on. I think I will go by feeling again and not try to stress.
I think I'll just go all out from the beginning and just probably run in fear for the entire time.
Estoy acojonada porque es que no depende de mí.
I think she's pretty terrified with how yesterday went, but she's really nervous about not being able to finish. I think it's a super shitty situation because I totally think she deserves to be third.
Given what Judith's been through these last 3 years, if she were to win today, that signals not only is she the champion, but she's back to being one of the best trail runners of all time. For Sophia, this race could be the perfect ending to her season.
Hay sobre todo dos situaciones posibles que son que el cuerpo responda bien y que pueda hacer la mejor carrera posible, o que el cuerpo no responda y tenga que parar.
Madalina, she's got a last chance to show everyone what she can do, and she could finish this season saying, I've won here today, and that means I could win the whole of next season. Now it's time to run, and you know that means run fast.
Here we go, it's the start of the final of the Golden Trail Series.
It's crazy to think how good I felt at the beginning, and compare it to the rest of the race, because I felt very, very controlled and really good, and I was oh, this is gonna be a great race.
Here, Judith!
Florea speeded up in a second climb, actually. We passed the little castle where she actually ran wrong. I had quite many things in my mind which affected me while running. If you think of my fall, I got bitten by a wisp just 5 minutes in front of the start.
Madalina, fly down there.
That will be playing in the minds of Judith and Sophia.
I just kind of noticed that I was fading off the back. I just really, really started to hurt.
Sophia is potentially running thinking what she has to do to not lose this.
Es muy duro salir sabiendo que tienes un gran porcentaje de posibilidad para retirarte. La primera subida ha sido horrible.
We were hoping to see Marlin battling with her usual rivals, on the first climb, but we couldn't even see her in the top 15. And at that point, I thought it was all over.
So in starting up this same uphill as on the loop 2, I felt quite tired. I just tried to continue my pace and my speed.
I definitely don't mentally know how to deal with that super well, because I just basically started like focusing on how bad I felt and then just so pissed at myself and super stressed out.
The difference today between Sophia and Judith wasn't their ability, the difference was their state of mind.
So it's kind of, I have to try it and give it all.
Judith knows that if she wants to win the overall series, she has to overtake Madalina.
He visto que iba mejor bajando, me he caído, he pillado a miau, me he caído otra vez. No me lo explico todavía cómo ha aguantado tantos kilómetros a estos ritmos.
We've been told that it's now a minute gap between Madalina and Judith. Judith is still closing. Incredible battle between them.
I was just like in a physically bad place for the race, and it didn't help that I was just being pretty negative throughout the race.
If Judith overtakes Madalina, then Judith will win the overall title.
Terrible. I mean, I was crying through the race. I became pretty like dramatic with myself. I was like, oh my God, life is over.
The uphill was really tough. I felt really bad.
46 seconds.
I knew the gap is getting less. There were lots of guys telling me that as well.
If Judith wins this race today, she wins the entire series. Incredible.
Go, Judith, she's suffering a lot. Go! Go, 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 Judith!
I really tried it, but I failed.
Most of my emotions and thoughts at the end were just like, okay, I won, but it wasn't really because I was the best runner. It was just because I kind of played the game right.
So of course I'm happy. But knowing it was so close, and knowing that we have the same points and these stupid rules are telling that we're not allowed to be the winners together, it makes it a bit hard, yes.
I'm relieved, and I wouldn't change the rules.
Once again, it's a happy end to the season for Salomon, but can they do it next year?
Cannot sleep that you are a champion. You must chase your dream.
Next year, I come for the winning.
Mais c'était toujours mon rêve gagner la Golden.
Yeah, I would love to come back.
I actually really want to do this again. And
it's exciting for next season, like to see that they are coming strong and that they will challenge me to win the overall title.